Assalamualaikum and hi class. Okay, now we will learn the last subtopic of chapter 6, data description, which is measure of dispersion. Measures of dispersion measure how spread out a set of data is. To determine the measure of dispersion, we need to find the value of mean, variance, or standard deviation. A bigger value of variance standard deviation means that data are more spread out about the mean and less consistent. Okay, let's look the formula of variance. Okay, the first one is for ungrouped data. For sample, the formula to find variance is S square is equal to 1 over n minus 1 times in big bracket here summation of x square minus in bracket summation x square of n. For population, the formula of variance for ungrouped data is sigma square is equal to 1 over capital N times in a big bracket here is summation of x square minus in bracket summation x square over n. N refer to the total number of the given data, the frequency. For group data, formula to find variance for a sample is x square is equal to 1 over n minus 1 times in a bracket summation of f x square minus in bracket summation fx square over n. And for population is sigma square is equal to 1 over n times in a big bracket summation of fx square minus summation of fx square over n. Okay, to find the standard deviation, okay, for ungrouped data, okay, we just square root the variance, okay, for population and sample. Okay, for group data, okay, to find the standard deviation, okay, also we just need to square root the value of variance that we already had before. Okay, let's look at the first example. Given the two data as listed below, okay, data 1 and the second data 2, find the mean and standard deviation for the above data and interpret the values obtained. Okay, firstly, let's find the mean for data 1. Okay, to find mean, the formula is summation of x over n. So we need to add up all the value of x. Okay, find the total. So we have here 143 over 11. So mean is 13. Next, find the variance for the given sample. Okay, so variance x square, the formula here is 1 over n times summation of x square minus in bracket summation x square of n. So just substitute the value. Okay, n is 11, so here will be 1 over 10. Okay, summation of x is 1957 minus summation of x is 143 square over n is 11. So calculate here. Okay, we will have the answer is 9.8. Okay, this is variance s square. We want to find standard deviation. So standard deviation is equal to square root of variance. Okay, substitute the value. So square root of 9.8 will give the answer 3.13. Okay, next for data number 2, okay, let's find the mean. Okay, so mean x bar is equal to summation of x, so add up of all the given data. So here we have 143 and over 11. Okay, so the answer is 13. Okay, next we proceed to find the variance, okay, by using the same formula as data 1. So the variance here will be, okay, 1 over 10 times 2307 minus 143 square over 11. So we have the answer for variance for data 2 is 44.8. And from here, find the standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation is equal to square of variance. And we will have here the answer is 6.69. Next, we want to interpret the values obtained. Okay, to interpret, okay, we will look at the value of standard deviation we obtain for data 2 and standard deviation for data 1. Okay, if we compare here, okay, standard deviation for data 2 is bigger than data 1, right? So all we can say is, okay, based on the value of standard deviation, data 2 is more dispersed and less consistent compared to data 1. Okay, next. The data below shows the marks obtained by Nick and Fish in 5 tests. Okay, which student shows a better overall performance. Okay, to determine this part, okay, we need to find the value of mean and standard deviation. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, firstly, let's find mean and standard deviation for Nick. So mean x bar is equal to summation of all the given data divided by 5. Okay, so here we have 405 over 5, and we have the answer here is 81. Next, find variance. Okay, so variance, okay, remember the formula. Okay, we already have here 5 data, so variance is 1 over n minus 1, so n is 5, and 5 minus 1 is 4, so 1 over 4 times summation of x square, okay, 32825 minus 405 square over 5. Okay, so we have here 5. Okay, so from here find the standard deviation is equal to square root of 5, and the final answer for standard deviation here is 2.24. Okay, this is the data we obtained for mean and standard deviation for next. Okay, next for fish, okay, find the mean. Okay, mean here should be 405 over 5. Okay, the answer is 81. Okay, next find the variance. Okay, the variance will be 1 over 4 times 33249 minus 405 square over 5. Okay, so we have here variance is 111. Okay, next find the standard deviation. So we have here square root of 111 is equal to 10.54. Okay, next we want to interpret the performance of Nicks and Fish. Okay, as usual, to interpret the overall performance between Nicks and Fish, okay, we will look at the value of standard deviation. The bigger value of standard deviation means the data is less consistent. If we compare here, we can see that the standard deviation of Fish is bigger than Nicks. So all we can say here is, by comparing mean and standard deviation, fish marks show a greater dispersion, which means that fish marks are less consistent. Okay, fish marks show a greater dispersion because it has the bigger value of standard deviation. Alright, thus it can be concluded that Nick shows a better overall performance. Okay, next example. Wages per hour paid to temporary workers at production and marketing departments of a factory is shown in the following table. Okay, find estimates for median, mean and standard deviation for wages per hour for all the temporary workers in the factory. Okay, to find all the values, okay, by combining the two departments, we have the frequency table as follows. Okay, we need to fill in all the values in these frequency tables. Okay, let's do it. Okay, now we already have all the data that we need, okay, to find all the values of median, mean and variance. Okay, let's proceed to find median. Okay, firstly, we need to determine which class of wages have median. Okay, macam mana nak tentukan? Okay, kita akan ambil total semua 240 ni. Median adalah 50% daripada dia kan. So 240 divide by 2, kita akan dapat 120. Okay, 120 ni duduk dekat mana? Okay, kena check dekat part kumulatif yang kita cari tadi. 120 berada dalam range ni. So maksudnya median kita akan berada dalam kelas antara 12 hingga 14. Okay, so dengan menggunakan formula untuk median. So, okay, ingat tak apa formula dia? Mula-mula lower boundary. Macam mana nak cari lower boundary? Kita akan ambil, okay, upper boundary here plus dengan lower boundary here divide by 2. So, in this case, lower boundary is 12. Okay, plus 240 over 2 minus 72. Okay, kena check formula, okay. Divide by okay, frekuensi pada kelas median 93. And jangan lupa kelas mark. Kelas mark berapa ni? 14.5. Oh sorry, 14 minus 12 is 2. Okay, so kita akan dapat median dekat sini 13.03. Okay. Okay, next proceed untuk mencari mean. Okay, mean is equal to 3134 over 240. So kita akan dapat 13.06. Okay, variance. Okay, by using the formula. So 1 over okay, total, and we have 240, so minus 1 is 239. Multiply with, okay, 42166 using the formula, right? 42166 minus with 3134 square over 240. So, kita akan dapat answer dekat sini adalah 5.1932. Then, proceed to find standard deviation. So, standard deviation S is equal to square root of 5.1932. And please check by yourself the answer. Okay, next we move to Pearson coefficient of skewness. Okay, firstly, let's look about symmetry and skewness. A set of observation is symmetrically distributed if its graphical representation is symmetric with respect to vertical axis passing through the mean. For symmetrical distributed population or sample, the mean, median, and mode have the same value. Half of all measurements are greater than the mean, while half are less than the mean. Okay, this is the example for symmetric distribution by using histogram. A set of observation that is not symmetrically distributed is said to be skewed. It is positively skewed if a greater proportion of the observation are less than or equal to the mean. This indicates that the mean is larger than median. Okay, the histogram of a positively skewed distribution will generally have a long right tail. Thus, this distribution is also known as being skewed to the right. On the other hand, a negatively skewed distribution has more observations that are greater than or equal to the mean. Such a distribution has a mean that is less than the median. Okay, the histogram of a negatively skewed distribution will generally have a long left tail. Thus, the face skewed to the left is applied here. Note that when distributions are skewed, the median generally lies between the mode and the mean, and the following relationship is satisfied. Okay, mean minus mode is equal to 3 times mean minus median. If mean is more than mode, the skewed is positive. If mean is less than mode, the skewed is negative. If mean and mode are equal, the skewed is 0 and the distribution is symmetrical. Okay, to find the Pearson coefficient of skewness, okay, we have two formulas here. We can use either one, okay, based on the data given, okay. For a perfectly symmetric distribution, the mean and median will have the same value, and Pearson coefficient will have the value of 0. A distribution that is skewed to the right will have a mean that is larger than the median, and the Pearson coefficient will have a positive value. Thus, the distribution is also known as being positively skewed. A distribution that is skewed to the left will have a mean that is less than the median. So, the Pearson coefficient will have a negative value. Thus, the phrase negatively skewed. Okay, we proceed with the example for ungrouped data. Okay, here we want to find the Pearson coefficient of skewness. Okay, to find the Pearson coefficient, okay, we need to find the value of mean, median, and standard deviation, or mean, mode, and standard deviation based on the formula. Okay, so here we have based on the given data, we have mean is 2.48, median 2.45, mode 2.4, and standard deviation is 0.8176. Okay, if we have the value of mean and median, we can use this formula. So just substitute. So percent coefficient SK will be 3 times 2.48 minus 2.45 over 0.8176. So the answer here is 0.1101. Or we can use the other formula to find the percent coefficient, which is mean minus mode over standard deviation. So just substitute the value. Mean is 2.48 minus mode 2.4 and divide by standard deviation 0.1101. Okay, and we will have the answer here is 0.0978. Okay, next example. The following tables give the frequency distribution of 291 workers of a factory according to the average monthly income in 1995 until 2005. Find the percent coefficient of skewness 10. Give your comment on the value obtained. Okay, firstly, based on the data given, we need to find the cumulative frequency F. Okay, because we want to find median. Okay, based on data given, we have total of frequency is 291. To find the median, okay, median is equal to the nth over 2 observation. Okay, so 291 over 2 is equal to, okay, almost 146. Okay, 146 in the column of cumulative frequency lies in this range. Okay, so this is our class median. Okay, by using the formula of median, okay, let's find the value of median. Median is equal, okay, firstly, the formula is lower class boundary. In this case is 110, okay, plus with 291 over 2, okay, minus the frequency, the cumulative frequency before class median, which is 114, and divide by the frequency on class median is 60. Okay, so multiply with plus mark. Plus mark is, in this case, upper boundary is 1300 minus the lower boundary 1100. So multiply with 200. So we have the answer 1205. Is it right? Okay. Next, find mean. Mean here we can find the answer is 1276 by using the formula. Okay, next find the standard deviation. Okay, so by substituting the value, we will have the standard deviation is 443.32. Okay, next to find percent coefficient. Okay, by using the formula, SK equal to 3 times mean minus median over standard deviation. Okay, so substitute the value. This is equal to 3 times mean 1276.98 minus median 1205. Okay, divided by the standard deviation. Here we have 443.32, and we will have the value here is 0.487. So based on the value we have here, this is the positive value. We can say that, okay, since the Pearson coefficient is positive, then the distribution is skewed to the right. Okay, that's all for our lecture. Okay, hopefully dapat membantu semua untuk menjawab soalan tutorial dan soalan assignment. Okay, thank you.